Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
One day, a master announced that a young monk had reached an advanced state of enlightenment. The news caused some stir. Some of the monks went to see the young monk. "We heard you are enlightened. Is that true?" they asked. "It is," he replied. "And how do you feel?" "As miserable as ever," said the monk. What does enlightenment mean to you? To many people, it means many different things. To some, it is their whole life goal to reach enlightenment. But is this a goal worth attaining for all people? Should everyone strive to reach enlightenment? All waters flow to the ocean, they say. So the same person who can reach enlightenment through meditation, another can reach enlightenment through constant and diligent study, and another can reach enlightenment through painting, while another could reach enlightenment through playing an instrument. There are many ways that you could reach your own enlightenment. But in the example of this story of the monk who described his enlightenment as miserable as ever, I think to the thought that the wise man knows that he knows nothing. The more you know, the less you know. Since knowledge is infinite, the more you learn, the more you realize that you know nothing. There is vast amounts of knowledge. But there are also differing opinions. And I choose to believe that in the pursuit of knowledge, we learn something new every day. But in the pursuit of enlightenment, we lose something new every day. What had the monk lost to achieve his enlightenment? What would you sacrifice to know? And that deep inner knowing, that deep inner standing, that is only achieved when you have let go of everything that you think you know. There's a movie called Prometheus, part of the Alien series, where a group of individuals, excavators and archaeologists, who wanted to know where the human species actually came from. They ventured to far away planets through the galaxy to try and find out what was the first signs of human life. Where did we come from? Did we come from another species? Where were we birthed? What did it all mean? Spoiler alert, but the answer, it cost them their lives. Sometimes knowledge can come with a great burden as well. as when we understand more, we understand that life is not as we thought it was. Curiosity killed the cat, as it were, but satisfaction brought him back. There's a scene in The Matrix where one of the team on the crew of the Nebuchadnezzar, his name was Cypher, and he decided to betray the team so that he could be plugged back into the Matrix, forgoing the actual reality that he knew was real. What he said to rectify this, his logic: ignorance is bliss. What does this story mean to you, my friend? Would it be miserable, a miserable existence, to know everything, or to reach enlightenment and understand that there is so much you do not know, or understand that perhaps all is meaningless? Whatever it feels like to have enlightenment, I question myself if that is really a destination worth striving for. Perhaps I should just enjoy the journey. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. I pray that you received an encouraging message, letting you know that even if you do reach enlightenment, it doesn't mean that things will change to other people, but everything will change for you. Would that be worth it? Or would you rather live your days ignorant to all that is, understanding that with more knowledge, more rests on your shoulders? After all, enlightenment could be a state of seeing things as they truly are, but it isn't necessarily going to make you happy. The choice is up to you. Share this episode with a like-minded individual just like you, who is becoming their greatest version, being all they can be, enjoying the journey and not just striving for an end goal or destination. Pay it forward so more can hear the message. And if this is your very first time receiving this podcast, subscribe for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking that support link there is much appreciated. Big shout out and thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate to the podcast. Much love to you, making it possible for episodes like this. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night, wherever you are, my friend, and take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.